defense lining up for a first down play. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get louder.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off. Moore to the air. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. Powers through. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one. The end zone, it'll be a touchback. Here we go. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Alabama quickly back to the line. To the ground with the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Going up top on first down. Gets it out quickly.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water guns, man. You You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Now on second down. Quarterback will audible. Moore will throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Bernard. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30. He's got it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Here comes the option. Jumped on top of the pile.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take it.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. He finds his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got it set up on the outside. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line them up in different places and even throw them the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get them going there.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on third down.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal?
Check. Blue 82 months. Red 54. Red 50 Champ. White 80 Brooklyn.
From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the option. The pitch. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met it.
And he breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't come into this one, Reese. This team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
On the ground, it's Haynes.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Ready, quick switch. Ready.
He leaves it with his back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They'll try to pick up the first. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Throwing right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Moore to the air. just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls and fires complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and beating the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick completion to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's James. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. Trying to pound their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Moore to the air. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown!